Hey there, Delmarva. Happy 4 days until Christmas. We are your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo. 4 days, that's all you got left to wrap up any of that last minute shopping and wrap those gifts, which is not my strong suit. I will admit, I'm a terrible gift wrapper.
Same. I love it.
I love it too. And I don't understand why I'm not good at it.
Right.
It seems like something I should be good at.
Yes.
And I'm just not.
I can't measure the paper in the right way.
I can't either.
Yes.
And I try and I every single time there's way too much or there's way too little and I'm like, I quit.
Nope, we're
gift
all
bags for all.
Yep, it's the easiest thing. I got my nieces each the same thing. So the box is the exact same size and each one looks different. The wrapping looks different. Even though it's the same wrapping paper, I'm like, well, they'll figure out a way to open it eventually.
There you go.
Yeah, my mom is a good one though. Is your mom good?
My mom? No, but my dad is a picturesque, phenomenal, like Hallmark gift wrapper. Like
amazing.
It's incredible. It's ridiculous.
I feel like that's like the rule is at least one parent has to be really good.
One parent has to be good.
And the other uses gift bags.
Yeah, my mom's always looked like, you know, a sugared up toddler tried to wrap the box, and I have inherited that.
It has character. It adds character to the gift.
Yeah.
Did you finish your shopping?
Not quite.
That's okay.
Getting there.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Same.
What about you?
Yeah, same. A little Paigey Claus is what I call her. She finished her shopping for her coworkers, so
cute.
She made an appearance today. But regular Paige Marley, she did not finish her like friends back home and her family shopping.
Okay, so actually similarly, the COASTLIFE crew is covered.
Yeah.
But the family, I still have a couple more things to kind of run out, pick up. I feel like I was a little off my game this year, which is weird. I was so excited for Christmas shopping, and then I felt like I just wasn't finding the things that like were the knockouts, you know?
That's fair. I think that's okay. And,
so I made
some
a
years
lot.
are like that. That's good though, but homemade gifts, homemade gifts are the best because you know that someone took time and thought. I just love, like I'm actually planning, I could go after work today, but I'm planning on going shopping on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Because I want to have the long lines and the hustle and the bustle, and I want to fight someone for something in the store. Like I missed all that on Black Friday.
It's the thrill of the hunt.
Yes, I want the thrill of like, what am I going to get? And you get a coffee drink on the way. I just thrive.
You get some of your best work done.
Yes.
And that coffee drink powers you through the rest of the crazy shopping that you have.
You get it. It really kickstarts like that holiday spirit for me, at least. I know some people hate it. They hate the traffic. People tend to be in bad moods, and then suddenly no one knows how to park in the parking spots.
That does happen, yeah.
But other than that, I love a good last minute shopping. Speaking of last minute shopping though, we were discussing this a little earlier, and we mean this in the best way, but is there a gift that just kind of screams like, hey, I picked this up on my way to your house?
I think something that kind of screams, I picked this up on the way here, is if you give somebody, you know, maybe that little Starbucks gift card, which everybody can love and appreciate, or maybe a gift card to one of the many wonderful local coffee shops that we have around here, while also holding the freshly brewed cup of coffee you got while you were getting something for yourself, and then picked up that little something extra.
That's actually a fantastic point, because I was thinking of what's kind of a last minute gift that you can pick up on the way, and the typical like a bottle of wine, candles, a gift card, but I love getting all of those.
I do too,
Yes.
and that's like, I really don't think there's anything wrong with picking up some of those on the way. It just makes sense that if you're like, all right, I was planning on getting this person a bottle of wine, the liquor store happens to be on my way to their house, I'm gonna just stop on my way there. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not.
I think it's just kind of those little details that show you care, like maybe make sure you take the price tag off the gift bag that you also picked up on your way there.
Yes, I have been guilty of that. Just the other day, actually, I bought two of my friends the same thing, right? And I knew I was seeing one friend first, so I took the price tag off. I ended up giving her the other gift, so I know there were price tags all over it. She hasn't mentioned it, but if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I meant it. It probably looks like I picked it up on the way. I didn't.
Better than when I re-gift the bags that have my name on it because they were gifted to me.
I do that all the time. You know what I did that was so embarrassing? I got a gift bag. I think I got it from my mother-in-law one year. And then I tried to take the name sticker off, and it was last minute. I waited too long to get into the gift bag. I'm like, I'll just give her the same bag. Who cares? Ripped it off. It left a hole in the bag. So I just took a big, like, to you from me sticker on the hole. And I was like, whatever.
Good move.
That's some last minute action, though.
That is some last minute action.
But don't feel bad about if you pick something up on the way. Like, I have wine and gift cards and candles I bought weeks ago that I'm gifting to people.
You're right.
So
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still a good gift.
Who's gonna know?
No one cares. And if you care, relax.
Yeah, you may need to readjust your priorities.
Right. It's Christmas. Chill out.
Something that we were talking about that's not as much holiday related, but I think is something that I've seen circling the internet in different conversations, or even, and maybe this is a conversation that people always have as they get older, and it's sort of like, what's something that's lost its luxury appeal, or maybe it's like exclusivity, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's prestige.
Right. I do think that recently, and TikTok had a lot to do with this, is A-list celebrities have lost their prestige. I mean, you have the Kardashians hanging out with Addison Rae, who, if you don't know, is she got kind of famous on TikTok for being, she is talented, but she kind of got famous for being pretty. Then you have the Kardashians, who are kind of this elite group that only hang out with A-listers.
But they're also sort of the elite version of Addison Rae, if you will.
You're right.
Like, for the most part, they're famous because they're pretty.
And that's what I think people are realizing. And that's okay. I mean, any of us would switch lives with our Kardashian probably in a minute.
That's what modeling is. I mean, there's not that there's not skill involved with modeling. There absolutely is.
There is.
And striking a pose and making pictures interesting, you know, taking movement and capturing it in one little moment. There is skill to being a model.
Yes.
But there's no denying that you can't make up for what you don't have, to the pretty face that people want to see in modeling. That's what makes it so striking.
I mean, Kendall Jenner, you know, let's be honest. And again, I'm a big supporter of Nepo babies. I am. It's like, if you have the opportunity, take it. You shouldn't hold yourself back just because you were born into a rich family. But you kind of have to realize who you are. And I think people are realizing that, of like, okay, Kendall's not the next Giselle.
Yeah.
Because she didn't put in the same work. I don't know. I'm trying not to sound mean, because I don't mean to sound mean.
No, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I just think people have realized that A-listers are just people. I think with a lot of like the downfall, unfortunately, too, of mental health with A-listers, like you have Kanye, you have Britney, and these people that were on, you know, pedestals. It's like, oh, hey, they have the same problems we have.
Yes, although I would say that's always kind of been the joy of watching those celebrities, and I don't mean joy in like a haha, you're falling kind of way, but that is what catharsis is. That's what, like, ancient Greek mythology, everybody loved to see these kings take these big nosedives, because it's nice to see someone, you know, get knocked down a peg every now and then when they're on top of the world. Like, it's just that drama that people are drawn to and always have been and likely always will be. And I think that, you know, seeing those A-listers fall, and I think part of that was because it used to be exclusive. Like, now, a mental breakdown's a dime a dozen when it comes to A-list celebrities. So it's like, And
there's good things in that, and realizing, you know, that we're all just human. I think it's healthy. It is a fact that I think it's, like you said, just lost its prestige. I mean,
I think red carpet events are another thing in that, like the Oscars, the Grammys, all those award shows that like you used to have to tune in to see what your favorite celebrity was wearing, to see who won, to see, because like chances are you weren't going to read the magazine to catch the highlights. You wanted to see it in real time. And I think now you see all of the nominees, you see all of the winners within a day's notice on Facebook, on Instagram, on social media. And I think social media has taken a lot of that prestige away from, you know, the kings and queens and us peasants. There's the give and take of opportunity with social media. And I think one thing that is good on TikTok is that, like, you know, these up and coming musicians or just a lot of people with a lot of talent. There's a lot of talented people out there that don't have the same opportunities to produce in a studio, that don't have the same opportunities to make a music video because they don't have that kind of budget. But with social media, hypothetically, you have the chance, you have the same chance as somebody who has access to all those things to get noticed. And so for sort of the underground artist, I think social media is a potentially very useful tool, a good thing, a good way to get yourself out there. But I think for, you know, it's very rare, it's extremely rare. And for the masses, it mostly just kind of eliminates that barrier that used to be there between us and between celebrities.
I would be curious to hear what you guys think, what's lost its kind of its prestige.
One thing we know for sure that you're going to enjoy that hasn't lost its prestige, if you want to call it that.
Hopefully
but
not.
Mostly it's just fun. Is our episode of COASTLIFE for you today. Our field correspondent Maya Henry is going to tell you what's coming up.
Coming up today on COASTLIFE, in search of your dream home, we have a rancher that will take your breath away. And want a jump start on your health journey before the new year? We have a guest that can answer all of your wellness questions. Plus, looking for a friend to cozy up with this season? We have a sweetheart looking for their forever home. All that and more when COASTLIFE gets back.
COASTLIFE is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
You're
watching Coast Life, and it is always a great day when we get to meet someone new. And today I have a very cute and quiet little buddy with me. I have Finnick from Brandywine Valley SPCA, and of course we have Gracie. How are you two?
Good. You're doing well.
He seems pretty good as well. So Gracie, tell me about Finnick. He's a cute little guy. He has a strong tail. He slapped me in the face a couple times. So what are some cool characteristics about him?
Yeah. Finnick is one of our staff and volunteers' favorites at the shelter. He's around 2, so he's still very playful, but also can obviously be calm and relaxed a bit when he needs to be. He is just super fun to take out, play with. He is in a large number of my play groups with other dogs and all the other good stuff.
So there's also another thing I was wondering about. So it's cold, it's chilly. So if a dog like Finnick or someone else is walking their dog, what are some signs that maybe it's time to kind of bring them back in?
Yeah, you always want to pay attention to kind of how they're walking. It may be something to do like irritation on their feet, and just their all-around body language. If you see some shivering or things, if you know your dog has like a shorter coat, things you want to pay attention to.
Awesome, awesome. So Finnick, how long have you had him?
He's been with us for around a month now.
Oh, sweet. And how do you think he's doing with other dogs, with you guys, just behavior-wise and just playing with others?
He has been phenomenal. He is phenomenal with our dog play groups, and loves everyone that he comes in contact with. So.
Awesome. And you guys also have a promo coming up. So if someone's looking for a dog around Finnick's age, how can they get involved with this promo or get involved with a new buddy to take home?
Yeah, so we have a really cool thing going on, the Gabriel and Emma's Gift. So all adult large dogs throughout the rest of the year, their adoption fees are sponsored. So he applies for that. So he's just ready for someone to come on in and meet him and go.
And you can see he's a really chill dog. He's really quiet. He's reacting with Gracie pretty well. So just imagine how he will be in your home. Aww. Is there anything else you would love to add about Finnick or just any other dogs you feel like are really in need of a new family?
Yeah, well, right now at the shelter we do have a lot of puppies going on, so we're really excited about that. Yeah, it's really fun to get some puppies. And other than that, but we also have dogs just like him who are still equally just as amazing and ready for the forever home. So.
Perfect. So how can people reach you if they are looking for a new buddy to bring home?
They could go on our website and check everything out. Everything that's on our website's up to date, and they can see the animal come on in, and just from there ask us who you want to see and we'll help.
All right, so it sounds as easy as that. So if you are looking for a new buddy, a new friend, or even a new playmate to bring home, make sure you tune down to Brandywine Valley SPCA in Georgetown, guys. But we have so much more fun coming up right after the break.
Well, a topic maybe you don't want to talk about around the holidays, but it's important to talk about it always, is cancer. Yeah. But something that could maybe get you feeling more holly and jolly is that we have amazing professionals here on Delmarva. So if you have any concerns or any worries, you can have your questions answered.
Absolutely.
Yes. So to get you talking about screening and preventative and what to do if you do have cancer, we have the amazing Dr. Esquivel here with us today with BB. Did I say your last name okay?
Perfect.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if he's just being nice to me or not, but great.
Of course.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You have such an interesting background and your position with BB.
Yes. So I am from Mexico, and I came here to get specialized in surgery. And then I happened to meet a doctor by the name of Dr. Paul Sugarbaker, who specializes in advanced surgery for cancer. And once I saw that operation, I said, that's what I want to do. Wow. So I have dedicated my career to fighting cancer with surgery.
Well, Sussex County is very glad to have you. Now, I noticed your pin says get screened. How important is it? And I know we live in an area of the world, I think, that's not always necessarily that good at the preventative measures when it comes to taking care of ourselves. We don't like to make doctor's appointments. We don't like to do sort of the legwork of keeping ourselves healthy before we receive a diagnosis. So how important is it to get those screenings?
It is extremely important because, the only thing better than curing is preventing. So if you can prevent the cancer, that's a lot better than try to fight, when it's in advanced stage.
Yeah, you would know that best. So being a surgical oncologist, if people don't know, what is it that you do every day?
So we see only patients that have cancer, and we only have 3 treatments for cancer. You can have radiation, you can have chemotherapy, or you can have surgery. So I am one arm of the treatment for cancer.
Okay, perfect.
one of the cancers that gets talked about a lot is breast cancer, but there are some other cancers that are common and also devastating. I know ovarian cancer is one that happens, commonly in women.
Yeah.
I've had a friend that had to have ovarian cancer surgery before. So talk to us a little bit about that. What are maybe some of the signs that people should look for?
So, if I may, I can comment also on the importance of the screening for breast cancer.
Yes, please.
And then finish with ovarian cancer.
Perfect.
Absolutely, go ahead.
So, for example, for breast cancer, we have about 300,000 new patients every year.
Wow.
And of those 44,000, so about 1 every 12 minutes will die from breast cancer in this country. And the importance of getting screened is that when you detect breast cancer at an early stage, it's about 99% cure, as opposed to only 30% when it's at an advanced stage.
Wow.
So that's why it's very important. You need to start having a mammogram. Some people between 40 and 44, depending on your family history, but it's not for sure from 45 to 54 every year. And after 55, you can move to every 2 years if you don't have any problems.
Yeah, family history is a big player that I've heard multiple times. Every time I talk to BB, I mean, you guys do emphasize if you do have a family history of cancer to get screened, because it really is going to help increase your chance of success should you receive that diagnosis.
So what does the screening look like for ovarian cancer?
For ovarian cancer, well, that is one of the difficult problems. We have 22,000 new patients in this country, and about 15,000 of them, unfortunately, will die every year. The problem is that there's no real screening, and that has been tested throughout the years, but unfortunately, about 80% of the patients with ovarian cancer will present at an advanced stage. So that's what makes it very difficult. But if I could leave a message to the people that have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer, is my specialty is to treat cancers when they have a spread throughout the abdomen, kind of like if you rupture a balloon and the air got out. So that will be the ovary. The tumor cells come out and spread throughout the abdomen. And what we do besides surgery is we put heated chemotherapy inside the abdomen. And that has been shown a very remarkable improvement on survival on patients with ovarian cancer.
Wow.
So whenever I had the opportunity to say something that people will listen, I said, you need to ask your doctor, why isn't the heated chemotherapy inside the belly for you? Why is it not for you, if you have ovarian cancer? So if I want to leave a message today, that would be the message.
I mean, that simple message you just said could save lives to people watching. It's so important.
That is correct.
Wow.
And if I can continue with colon cancer, which, as you can tell, it's dear in my heart, there's about 150,000 new cases of colorectal cancer per year in this country. And unfortunately, 53,000 people will die every year. So that's one about every 10 minutes. And the most important thing about colon cancer is that for the most part, it could be prevented because it starts as a polyp. And so if you get your colonoscopy, which the recommendations is to start at age 45 or 10 years earlier if you have a family member with colon cancer, you detect the polyp and you take out the polyp and that's it. If you don't have any polyp, the next screening will be 10 years later. So it's a very important. Unfortunately, most of the colon cancers in this area are being detected at a late stage, which then the survival goes from being cured to only 13% of people surviving.
We're very, very lucky to have you here on Delmarva. And to have you in today. Thank you for coming in and sharing this message with us.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Well, of course, if you guys have any concerns, BB Healthcare is always there to take care of you. They have such amazing staff who we love introducing you to. Some people that you didn't even know, and now you know. So thank you again, Doctor, for everything you do. We have a lot more COASTLIFE for you as well, so stick around.
This segment of COASTLIFE was brought to you by BB Healthcare.
We just want to take a quick minute to thank everyone who has already donated to the Bless Our Children campaign. Here's a list of all of the businesses who have accepted the Shell Brothers Challenge by donating in increments of $1,000.
We really want to thank the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Here is the Shell Brothers honor roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
Friends and family of Captain Bob's Oyster Roast, Atlantic Community Thrift Shop, officers and members of Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645.
Clark & Sons Garage Doors.
Boggs Disharoon Post 123.
Evans Builders.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club. General Refrigeration Company.
Caliber Collision Local Centers. Carolyn D. Lehman Johnson.
Right locations.
Seaboard Billboard Boat. Wicomico County Public Schools. Right Way Flagging and Sign.
Delmar VFW Post 8276.
Tony Tank Tribe 149.
Pocomoke Elks 1624. In memory of Stacy Dortch. Salisbury Elks Lodge.
Chagrin Gas and Home Comfort Products. Unfinished Business. Cape Henlopen Elks, number 2540. Bunting and Murray Construction.
Midway Par 3.
Parkway Church of God. Lewis Rehoboth Rotary Club.
Peninsula Imaging.
ASAP Services Pumping and Disposal.
Johnny Janasic. Bob Willie & Sons. Classic Cakes. Ocean City Berlin Optimist Foundation. Tuckahoe Underground. Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club. ABC Refrigeration. Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
J. Stacy Hart and Associates. Goldsboro Family Foundation. Wheels That Heal Car Club. Freddie Holland. Alan Corman and Son, Ramco Solutions. In memory of Shirley Doherty, David and Louise. FH Fur Plumbing, HVAC Electrical. Delaware Mobile Surf Fishermen. Pepsi Bottling Ventures. Collins Wharf Sod. Pools, Pavers, and more. Terra Firma of Delmarva. Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
Apgar Turf Farm. Jefferson, Urian, Doan, and Sterner, PA. King Crop Insurance. Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware. Murray's Residential Services. Archon Training Center. Towers Concrete Products. Mid-Atlantic Transport. Officers and members of American Legion Nanacoke Squadron number 6. In memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan.
GNS Heating and Air. Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper. MG Safer Services. State Orphans Board. Great Council of Delaware. Mount Zion Holiness Church.
Burris Logistics. O'Neill's Millwright and Services.
Iron Order Motorcycle Club, Delaware.
Garden Bears Landscaping. In honor of Billo Hickman. Shore Fun Tractor Pullers. Moose Lodge 646. Women of Faith Zion Church, Salisbury. In loving memory of John Angelis. Wicomico Lodge 91.
Holly Lake Campsite. Carey Insurance Group. Ashley Fence. St. Mark's UMC Easton. Linda's Tax and Bookkeeping Services. Delmarva Art Expo and Wool and Fiber Expo. Thomas E. Melvin and Son Funeral Home. Johnson's Seed and Feed. Mike Singleton and Sons Pest Control. Powellville UMC. Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051. Pumpkin Chunkin Association. Contractors for a Cause Foundation. Hugh H. Hickman and Sons. Quota International Salisbury. Idlewild Brewerton Club. Shore United Bank. Allen Lions Club. Paradise Plumbing.
Collins Mechanical in memory of Sam Ellers III. Coastal Maintenance. Richard Y. Johnson and Son General Contractor.
CJ's Beach Bays.
The Carroll Family. Murray Sod Farm.
Daisy's Well Drilling.
Members of the Willards Lions Club. The R.D. Greer and Sons. Bennett's Lawn Service. Accurate Termite and Pest Control. Coastal Towing. Odd Fellows Lodge number 3. Slaughter Septic Services.
American Legion Post 64.
Delmarva Two-Way Radio. Fillmore Day Real Estate Services. Hickman Beach Plaza. In memory of Jack Spencer. Bethel Community Church.
Preston R. Smith Plumbing and Heating. Red Knights MD3 Motorcycle Club. Joan W. Jenkins Foundation. B&R Auto Parts. Jolly Rogers Amusement Parks. Brothers of Dorchester Elks Lodge number 223. Donna Dorman Adams. A.E. Moore Janitorial. American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166. Gary and Cheryl Layfield and Boys. Missionary Baptist Church. Wicomico Day School. Salisbury Moose Lodge. Mike and Nancy West. Gloria Knock. Selbyville Elks Lodge 2173. Eastern Shore Region Antique Car Club. Corrado Construction. K&T Utilities. American Veterans Thrift Store. Gingerbread Farms. In memory of Richard and Helen Webb. Rich and Karen Gollin. Old Timers Softball League. Residents of Mariners Cove. In memory of Lily Patrick Feinstein. The Human Fund. Binstead Construction. Curtis Mercer Remodeling. physicians at Bay Health, Kent and Sussex campuses. East Sussex Moose Lodge 2542. Road Wolves Motorcycle Club, Don and Stephanie McIntaffer, Sons of the American Legion number 123. Frankfurt Presbyterian Church Thrift Shop, Shaka Shack Restaurant, Delaware Good Sam Camping Club, Bridgeville Lions Foundation, Dorman Adams, Dr. and Mrs. Chris Conyers, in memory of Samuel S. Henry Jr., Greater Berlin Minority, Preston Gromark F.S., American Legion Post number 94. Southern Delaware Golf Club, Harborside Bar and Grill, in memory of Gary Parks. Maddox Bros Trucking, Coast LLC, in memory of Ken Prettyman. AccuTrench Contracting, employees of Hebron Savings Bank. Earl Johnson Painting, Laurel American Legion Post 19, in loving memory of John B. Pittman. Ancient Order of Hibernians, Emerald Isle Division 1, American Legion Auxiliary Cinnapunxon Unit number 166, in memory of Granville and Joanne Trimper. Whitehall Neck Sportsman Club, Scotts Cove Marina, Safari Services.
Premier Glass and Screen, Southern Delaware Street Rod Association.
Again, we appreciate all of you
Every last one of you.
stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your card and donation to Bless Our Children in care of Draper Media at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801. Or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you
So much.
for helping Draper Media lend a hand.
Together, we can make the holidays this year
A special
a
one.
very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
This week's happy place is located at 15 Grants Avenue in Ocean View, Delaware. This charming 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom rancher offers a tranquil living experience. Some additional options include a screened gazebo with scenic views, boat storage on the property, and optional access to a pool and tennis court in the neighboring inlet. And prepare your calendars for this weekend's open house from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. This week's happy place is brought to you by the Parker Group.
Well, we love to keep things spicy here with our Spill the Tea segment, but Leah, today we're keeping things pepperminty as well.
That's right. So, well, we're getting into the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas is right around the corner. We loved the peppermint mocha tea that we tried the first time a few weeks ago. So much that we thought we would just bring that back.
That's right. So we also have some Christmas tea to spill for you as well. We thought we'd keep it in the holiday spirit.
Yes.
So let's get to reading it.
Yeah, both the spice and the tea, of course, from our friends at the Spice and
Always.
Tea Exchange
We
on
love
Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. I did a little Christmas shopping there myself.
You did.
I
You
sure
did. You just got a lot of stuff from there.
We also just received a lot of gifts from there.
Yes.
Yep, that's right.
All right, perfect. All right, guys, we can't wait to get your opinion on this. So this is written in by a woman in her mid-30s to give you some context. So she says she is single. She has a lot of couple friends, though, and she and her friends are going on kind of this Christmas vacation, right? Okay. So it's 5 couples. The single person who is writing this, and one other single woman.
Okay.
Okay, so they're planning hotels. Of course, all of the couples are staying in their own hotel rooms.
Naturally.
The one single girl said, hey, other single lady, we don't have their names, obviously. Why don't we share a hotel room? But the girl who's writing this says she likes her space. She's been single for a while by choice. She'd rather just have her own hotel. So, okay, I can respect that. However, now there's kind of this split in the group because the other girl is saying, this isn't fair. I have to pay for a full hotel room. Meanwhile, all the couples get to split. And she's like, I'm not choosing to be single. Like, I wish I had a significant other. She's kind of telling this other girl, like, hey, you should look out for me and we should split a room. So now there's kind of this rift. Now the couples are fighting.
Oh my God.
This girl started talking about something called the single tax and how unfair it is that just because she's single, she has to pay full price. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong?
I mean, honestly, this kind of sounds to me a little bit why people think millennials are whiners.
Yeah.
Because life's not fair. I understand, couples get to split stuff because, you know, they happen to be in relationships. They happen to found somebody that, hey, it's great that we get to split stuff between each other. And there's a lot of couples out there that don't split things evenly, 50-50. So there's a good chance that one of those partners is paying more for a room than their significant other. It's just it's the way the cookie crumbles, baby. I'm sorry. And if you're a single friend who wants to shell out full price for a room by herself, to be on her own, to pamper herself, and she's happy to spend that money, then that's also her prerogative.
I'm 100% with you. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people try to tell others how to spend their money. You know, it's not your fault or her fault that she makes more money than you. It's not her fault or your fault that one of you doesn't want to be in a relationship, the other does, and you haven't found someone yet. And like you said, some couples, you don't know their finances. The guy could be paying for everything. The girl could. You know, they have double the food to pay for, things like that.
I could understand this fight a lot more in your mid-20s.
Sure.
As opposed to your mid-30s. You're grown women. Come on.
Maybe if you can't afford the trip, you shouldn't go on it, which is harsh, but we've all been there.
We've all been there. It sucks to say no.
Yes.
You want to be included. You want to go hang out with your friends. And I mean, if your friends really want you there, then maybe we do revisit the finances of how we're splitting some of those rooms. But I think generally speaking, you know, if you know you've got this trip coming up and you could afford going in the first place, not paying full price, like maybe just save a little bit differently this way. Like I think the difference between splitting a room for the week or weekend, full price or half price, like it's a big difference, but it's not that big a difference that like you couldn't make that budget beforehand. So I guess my only suggestion would have been to have those discussions sooner.
All right, let us know what you think, and if you have any spicy tea for us, make sure you write in. I want to try this.
I know, it's so good. We know it's good. It comes out of that teapot, which is a beautiful teapot. And it's actually what I love about it is it's very easy to clean because you just have that little strainer right in the top. So I love that. But this thing rocks. Very hot.
It is. It's very hot. But it's so good. This is getting me in the Christmas spirit. Sorry for the other lady in the the spill the tea though.
Yes.
Sorry, you're not in the Christmas spirit, girl.
I know. Sorry. But what else is hot TikTok trends? We love trying them out for you. We've got another TikTok made me try it for you when Coast Life gets back.
Spill the Tea was brought to you by the Spice and Tea Exchange of Rehoboth.
You do some dangerous stuff on TikTok, but some deliciously dangerous stuff too.
Lee, I'm excited to try this one because of the holiday coming up. Your kids are going to be eating a lot of sweets. This could be a healthier and delicious dessert alternative.
Yep, because basically what we're doing is shredding frozen fruit. So you know exactly what is going into this, and it kind of ends up with like a little frozen sorbet moment.
Yeah, exactly. So we have our just like a cheese grater, right?
Yeah, so this is all some stuff that I grabbed from my house. The cheese grater, the frozen fruit, so don't come for me when the fruit's all freezer burnt because I went through my smoothie phase, I'm out of my smoothie phase, and this is where we're at.
All right, so we have some acai packs.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I'll try to get this open quick.
I tried to open it up a little bit.
It's okay.
Let me try. If you want to go for the banana first,
okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I think we let the banana sit out too long.
Oh, sorry. Now I'm flinging stuff.
There we go.
All right, let's try the acai.
Okay.
How about that?
Acai in my fingers. There you go.
All right, now we're rolling.
Might get a little messy, but that's okay.
It could get a little bit messy. The thing about the acai that I have, it's not sweetened, so sometimes when you put other fruit with it, it makes it a little bit tastier.
Okay.
So that's just a little
Here, I'll
bit.
try to show it.
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, we just did a little.
So I would even throw a little bit. We've got this sugar from our friends at Spice and Tea Exchange.
Sorry, I'm just getting the banana and the acai off my fingers.
Throw tiny little pinch in there.
So this is supposed to taste kind of like a sorbet.
Yeah.
Just, okay, cool. You want to try it out?
Sure.
This is just acai and banana, but we have other fruits. A little taste there.
Yeah.
Go for it.
A little tasty taste.
And I'm excited for the sugar on it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good little
Cheers.
addition.
Okay. Ooh.
I could see you could really play around with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Ooh,
actually,
I
like
that.
what the girl in the TikTok video herself did, where she had like already a container of frozen fruit that was mixed together, and she was just like shredding it like a block of cheese. So maybe try that as opposed to just the individual pieces.
Yeah. But that's really good, and I like the sugar on top. I would almost want like a tartar fruit maybe. I think it'd be good if it's like a little sour, but.
Yeah, so normally I'll mix like the acai, banana, and like blueberries a little bit, or like a blackberry.
Yeah, you guys can do strawberries, mango, pineapple, whatever you have at home. I think this is a great option for a kid who wants
That's what we did, whatever I
sweet
had at
treat.
home.
Yes, but it doesn't want too much sugar after all the Christmas snacks.
Yeah, and if you have some of those sweeter fruits in there, you don't need to add any sugar. So you aren't dealing with the added sugar.
Stamp of approval for this TikTok made me try it. We like this one.
That's right. We do have a little bit more Coast Life to get to that we know that you are going to like. That is on the way, so stay right there.
All right, guys. Paige Claus is back because I have an important Christmas message to share with you. And that is, this Christmas, we as a whole are begging you, lay off on your beige Christmas. And lay off for the children.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Think of the kids. But yeah, there's a lot of beige Christmas. I mean, I feel like there's been a flip this year that a lot of people are like, bring back the tacky Christmas ornaments and the colorful lights and all of that stuff. And there are still people that are like, but I love my beige Christmas. And if you love your beige Christmas, that's okay.
It's okay until you start doing what people are doing on TikTok. How many times do we talk about TikTok? A lot. But here's the deal. Parents who are enjoying their beige Christmas, now this is not the lovely people on Delmarva who have the gold trees and the white lights. That's classy Christmas. This beige Christmas is no color, no fun, very basic. And what they're doing now is there are parents on TikTok who are taking their kids' homemade ornaments, homemade rainbow fun color ornaments, and saying, thanks, sweetie, but this doesn't match the aesthetic. And they are physically painting over their kids' homemade ornaments and being like, beige, now it can go on the tree.
Can you imagine?
That would break my little heart if I was a child.
I know, and that's why I feel like there are, and this is gonna sound so bad, but I feel like, you know, where in our parents' generation, like, everybody kind of got married, had kids, that was the thing to do, so you did it.
Yeah.
And I feel like for our generation, that's not necessarily the same sentiment, but there are people out there that want to have kids like for the Instagram opportunities, it feels like.
You're not wrong.
And I feel like that is sort of a sign that you did it for the Instagram opportunity, because you need your child's ornament to match your aesthetic. Like, that's not the point. We're still pulling out 30-year-old Christmas ornaments that me and my siblings made at my parents' house, and they look awful. And my mom is like, well, they can go on the back of the tree now because you're grown people. But
did you see the girl who got her kid a, like, what's the toy company?
Hasbro?
No. So whatever. Did you see the parent who had the fake tree for her kid, this little plastic tree, had little ornaments, it was green, had a little train? She sanded it down and painted it brown, and the ornaments were like a light brown and beige color, and she was like, now my kid can have it.
Yikes. Oh my God.
We love you, we're just thinking maybe don't do that this year.
Yeah, let your kids be kids. Let them have their Christmas, their fun, their rainbow colors. But we don't
need to tell you. Enjoy your Christmas how you enjoy it.
Yes, we are here to tell you exactly that. We're actually going to be gone for a couple of days, enjoying the Christmas holiday with our family. We hope you are doing the same. Take it easy, be safe out there, make good decisions, and we will catch you here after the holiday on Coast Life. Coast TV News at 5 is taking it from here. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.